This is the ECU E78. I'm remake the video for the canvas to program because 1.66 has some better UI to program it. Here is the, you click the button here to get the diagram, and here is the ground. These two pins are 12 volt, and the top pin here is CAN high and CAN low. CAN high and CAN low connect to this MCP 2515 board. The connection on this side is through the SPI connection to the u-LinkNT. You need to get 5 volt from the internal u-LinkNT to here. If you use external 5 volt, just make sure you have the 5 volt as well as the ground connect to this ground. In here we have the ground pin and data in, data out, and then the clock and chip select. So let's plug in, power on the ECU, power on the USB. So go to the software. Because of the new user interface, we are allowed to have this controls on the right. First, let's check this ECU info. And here we can read out all the existing ECU info from this ECU. And you can see the mileage is here. Here it has the internal 3 megabyte flash, which is states in the website here. This one has the CPU of MPC 5565 and 3 megabyte flash. Now, in order to, later on, we may need to recover it. We also have the shadow memory readout. So let's first read the internal flash. And first you will see the detect and then go to the debug on. Then it will start reading, and the reader speed is about 32 kilobytes per second. Now let's talk about this shadow memory. Shadow memory has the password, which we can use it for the JTAG purpose as well as for the boot assist mode purpose. So we can read it. I do not provide the function to write to this shadow flash, but if you do want to do this, you need to modify a little bit of XML file and do this manually, because this is very sensitive data. If you mess this up, then you can break this ECU entirely. You cannot even recover it if the shadow memory is being corrupted. But the information in the shadow memory is important if later on you want to do the boot assist mode or JTAG. Now, most people should never do the JTAG. They should use the ECU and use the canvas program. That's sufficient. So readout is finished, and it takes about 1.5 minutes. I also want to read the shadow flash, so I can read the shadow flash. If the information on the shadow flash is here, and the file name represents the shadow password. Now this function is this just load the memory. So if I want to load the flash, and I can load the flash to memory. So let's do this, load the flash again. So load flash, and here it is. So now I can click this button to write it. If you have a file from another ECU, you can use this button to do a clone. So I'm going to write the flash, and the writing speed is about 28 kilobytes per second, so it will take about 2 minutes to program, and then another 1.5 minutes to verify. Program passed for 1 minute and 47 seconds. So now it's doing the comparison. It will take about 1.5 minutes. With the USB u-LinkNT and the MCP 2515 board, we can easily program the ECU E78 with the latest software.